YouTube tarot reader, Lisa Lee, has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
Can you hear me now? Papa, can you hear me? Can you see and hear me okay? Looks right. Okay, looks like we're back on. Jeez. Oh, hello everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day to you, sir. Wherever you are in the world, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. Good evening to you, whatever your pronouns are. When I say good evening to you, sir, I think I was trying to quote the Far Show. Suits you, sir. Anyway, it doesn't matter. No one's going to get that reference. It's 1,000 years old. First of all, before we go any further, I've got a bone to pick with one of the moderators. Yes. So, Patricia. Hello, Patricia. I do believe that this might be apt. Am I right? Am I right, Patricia? Am I right? Is it your birthday today and you didn't tell us? Yes. You're naughty. I would have loved to have sent you a card and done things like that, but I only found it out because I happened to pop onto Facebook I can't even remember why I popped on Facebook. I never, ever go on Facebook. Never go on Facebook. And I clicked on it and it said Patricia's birthday. But unfortunately, I only did that literally, maybe an hour and a half ago. So yes, happy birthday, Patricia. Happy birthday to you, my darling. I wish you'd have told me. I really do. I could have sent you something nice for your birthday, like a piece of cake or something, instead of eating it all in a binging fest. But anyway, one more time for Patricia. There we go. Same to all the mods. Please let me know in advance because you know what my brain is like. I mean, I've got to say, one of the mods I did so little bit of secret thing, little bit of a secret behind the scenes. We've got a moderators WhatsApp group, right? It's lovely. We just chat about shit. But in it, I put the link for today's thing. And one of the moderators, I'm not going to say who, but one of the moderators went, "What? It's Tuesday." And I was like, yeah, that's why we do the live streams. And in my brain, I'm going, we do the live streams. We do the live streams on Tuesday, don't we? Yeah, I'm sure we do. Is it Tuesday? No, it's definitely Tuesday. Yes. Okay. Yes. No, it is. Yes, definitely Tuesday. Yeah, that moderator had somehow bypassed Sunday and gone straight to Tuesday. So, you know, I know the feeling. Can we please put birthdays in the mod chat, please? Thank you very much. Can we just do that? Can we also put addresses so that we can exchange cards and things and do nice things that people do? Thank you very much. Let's see who is here in the chat. Ed is here. Good evening to Ed. Oh, I need my glasses. Hang on a second. I can't read the screen. Oh. Here we go. I know, right? Trials and tribulations of somebody aging faster than their years. I swear last year, I mean, I was just saying about people not knowing what day it is. I swear last year was like 2005. I'm sure that felt like that's last year, right? It can't be nearly 20 years ago. That's just like, what is happening? What is happening? My time blindness means that time is speeding up so fast. I don't know what day, month, or year I'm in half the time. Anyway, Pallavi's here. Good evening to you, Pallavi. Hello, my darling. Long time no see. Patricia is here. Good evening to you, Patricia. Holland from Blue Chalice is here. Good evening to Holland. And Neil is here. Good evening, Neil. I think that's everybody in the chat. Oh, no. Alex is here. Oh, my God. Alex. Alex. Hello, my friend. Wow, I haven't seen you in like forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Amen. Yeah, haven't seen you in ages. I hope you're well, my friend. Wow. I know Alex in like real life. He's an actual person in flesh that I have spoken to on more than one occasion. I know it does actually happen from time to time. Right then. Oh, I've just realized one of my lights is out in the back. It looks really dark here, doesn't it? Sorry, Mr. Sorry, my darling. Do you want me to turn your light on? Hang on, I'm going to have to turn his light on because he's all on his own. And if he can hear me and not see me properly, then I just, it doesn't feel good, does it? No, nobody wants to be in the dark all day and night. Let me just see if I can. I'll tell you what, I'm going to hit this and then I'm going to turn his light on so we can all see Mr. Bear with me 1 second.
Are you a fan of 80s horror but want something different? Do you like modern horror but the regular magazines leave you a bit cold? Are you a fan of that schlocky horror that no one else seems to talk about? Check out Necronomicon, the UK horror zine from Etsy.com. Just search for Necro Neil. Blue Chalice is a small business making crafty creations for the Witcher community. From jewellery to wall hangings, witch bells to altar tiles. Why not have a look at bluechalice.etsy.com.
Huge warning if you are ratophobic, but we just got Mr. As soon as I went near him, he was like, hello, Mum. Hi. Hiya, Mum. So, yeah, you're not going to sit there all day, are you? Because that's just what happens. So, yes, good evening, everybody. We are going to do some tarot readings. And also, I thought, because we're wrapping up the year, I have got the Urban Crow Oracle. I always want to call it the Urban Oracle Crow. I don't know why. But I thought I would get that out as well for today's stream. See, it looks much better with the light on, doesn't it? Are you good? Are you good, Mr.? Do you want a yogurt drop? Do you want a yogurt drop? Oh. Go on, you can eat it on me. I don't mind. Yes, you can. Right then. So a little bit of random, a little bit of housekeeping then. So you do need to be 18 years of age or over to get a tarot reading on this channel. Also, I do have to say that tarot is for entertainment purposes only. Where are you going? You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. They do, don't they? They make all their own decisions. Yes. And that tarot should only ever be used for, as I say, entertainment purposes. It's never a replacement for medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counselling advice. If you're looking for support in those areas, please do seek out professionals in those areas. And yeah, oh no, they normally go down my front. That's normally where he lives, in my bra. What else was I going to say? Yes. Also, don't forget, once you put something on the interwebs, it is on the interwebs for life. If I take down the stream, then that's it. Unfortunately, it will still be out there. I could delete the channel, delete all the content. I know, couldn't we? We could delete all the content tomorrow and it will still be on those capture websites that you get that just hold all the information. Also, please be aware of the information that you share online. If you are having an affair with your boss, if you are doing something untoward, or if you are just, you know, don't dox yourself, don't put your own address out there. If you've got family issues going on, just use your same sort of privacy and your same sort of thing as you would do if you were having a conversation in public with people overhearing you. You might not want to share everything with, you know, the next person in the supermarket. So just bear that on mind when you're online as well. Yes, our community is lovely and loving and caring, but I know, just like you, aren't you? You're loving and caring. Yes, come here, because you're not going to run all over. What was I saying? Yes, our community is lovely, but it's not just our community on the interweb. So just take your own precautions, please. You can always book a private reading with me via Fiverr or on my website, beyondauthentic.co.uk, if you want to do a private reading. And anything you tell me there is in complete confidence. I don't share it, not even with me other half. The only person I might share it with is this lovely person right here, because he's normally in the room when I'm doing the readings. But you don't gossip, do you? You don't gossip. No, so you don't gossip. Nope, he's not a gossip. Right then, do you want to go and get your yogurt drops? Come on then, let's get your yogurt drops, and then I can get on with some tarot, can't I? And some oracle. There you go. That's it. Keep going, Mister. Here you go. Yogurt drop. Oh yes, please. Do another one. Oh, put another one on there. These are carrot flavored yogurt drops. So he likes them. They're his favorite snack. There you are, Mr. Gorgeous. And he'll have some dinner later when we have our dinner. So then, disclaimers. Oh, sorry, everybody. I keep bashing the microphone. Disclaimers done. He does look like a womble. He really does. He does look like a... Oh, poor Bernard. Poor Bernard. Anyway, right, let's crack on. So then, I've done a disclaimer. I'll put it on screen just for those of you that, excuse me, might not have heard or got distracted by the lovely Ratty. I'm putting my phone on airplane mode because I haven't done that as yet. Excuse me. Come on, airplane mode. Yep, airplane mode is on. So we're not going to get distracted by the Ratty that needs feeding, because he's got his favourite snacks now. He's going to eat those and then probably, you know, have a wash, have a poo, do all the things that ratties do. And we're going to crack on with some tarot reading. So tonight I thought to make it nice and easy and wonderful for everybody, I'm going back to the Fifth Spirit Tarot and the Urban Crow Oracle, the Urban Oracle Crow. Rearrange the words in whatever order you need to. So then, if you would like a tarot reading, how would you get a reading on this channel? There are two ways to get a reading. The first way is to go ahead and send a super chat. I will do a thing, you know. Leave suggestions down below, by the way. If you've got a rhyming couplet, if there's a popular phrase, like maybe on one of those popular quiz shows where they turn the words round and you've got to guess the popular word or phrase, there could be a popular word or phrase like that which somehow will connect to super chat. I don't know what it can be. The only thing I keep thinking is super gran, but that doesn't make any sense. Or do super chat, but again, that's a bit crap. So let me know what I should be doing to like immortalize the word super chat. Super chat comes from wrestling, from the Rated R Superstar. So that doesn't really, like, most people don't get that, which is fine because most people don't get me. But anyway, so you can send a super chat of any amounts and that will come through directly to me, or you could wait till I open up a free round, pop your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, and then, do you know what happens then? I will pick one of those at random and we will get going with one of those at random, I guess. So then what we're going to do now is we are going to open up the very first round tonight. So unless I've forgotten anything, mods, let's crack on. If you would like a tarot reading, this is how you get one. Yes, indeed. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you heard me slurping my coffee there. Right then. So we're going to go ahead and open a free round. So if you would like a tarot reading, go ahead and pop your question into the live chat. Let's do it now. We'll do that right now. So if you want a question, Can you tell? Right, a little more behind the scenes. Can you tell I've not been awake very long today? Literally, I think I've been awake less than 2.5 hours at this point. I had a very busy yesterday. Did lots and lots and lots of deep cleaning. I know. Prepped lots of things. Did lots of other bits. Basically, wore my old body out. So I wore my body out yesterday, and then today, I slept. And slept and slept and slept, and literally I've been awake about less than 2.5 hours. So yeah, if I'm a bit all over the place, that will be the reason why. But go ahead, pop your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will grab one of those at random, or send a super chat. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work. Okay, let's have a look into the live. I'm just unboxing my decks. Not Christmas decks or anything else that sounds a bit similar to that. That would be very naughty. Nothing else. We're just getting the cards out of the box. Oh, right. Light seers can sit over there for now. Right then. I'm very warm in this sweatshirt. It's a nice sort of solstice-y sweatshirt, but I've got to say we haven't had snow here for we had a little bout of snow the other week, and then it's so warm in the flat. It's so warm. I've had to put the fan back on in the bedroom. I know, right? So now I've got an Alexa fan. I've got her controlling my fan in the bedroom. It's that warm. Right, I've got 2 questions in. So do you know what I'm going to do for these first 2 questions? I'm going to do both of them. So Pallavi and Alex, stay where you are. I'm going to get to both of these questions. I'm going to hit the star button. I know, right? I am feeling generous. We're going to do both of these. So very similar. Well, not very similar, actually. So Pallavi, yours came in first. So we'll do yours first. Don't forget, everybody, if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, ding your bell. And then YouTube should let you know every time I upload a video. Right then, so Pallavi, my darling, you are up first. I'm going to do your reading. We're bringing in the card cam. Let me go ahead and swap the camera over. And what I'm going to do for tonight, Wispy. There we go. Cleanse the energy, cleanse the working space. Wispy, what we're going to do tonight, my friend. Here we go. Look, here's the dragon skull. I keep saying skull, it's just a head, it's not even a blooming skull. Wispy, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a 3-card reading with the 5th spirit, and then if we need a clarifying card, we're going to pull some oracle cards as well. Okay, just to let you know, my darling. But anyway, let's bring in Wispy's music. There we go. If you don't know what Wispy is, have a look in the description box. Just before, there's a dotted line across it, the halfway line. Just before the fold, there's a link. That's good, Wispy. You're chucking cards everywhere, my friend. That is not classed as a clarifying card. Oh, you need to know the question, don't you? Sorry, my friend. Right. What's coming next in love for Pallavi? That's what we want to know. What is coming up in love for Pallavi? Let's have a look. How's everything going, Pallavi? The last time we talked, I think you were studying. There was all sorts going on. I think that's right. Oh, my hands, I do apologize. So if a card flips and either falls face up or flips as I'm shuffling in the deck, that's Wispy's doing. If multiple cards are dropping, it's because my hands have been rubbish recently. The fibro is really, my hands are not good. Like I can't really grip very well at the moment. So if there's issues with the shuffling, it's me. I do apologize. It's because I'm old and a bit knackered. The poor body's worn down. I could do with a regeneration or even a bi-generation. That would be good, wouldn't it? No, nobody needs 2 of me walking around. The universe didn't want 2 of me. That's why in the womb there were 2 for a little while and then only 1 survived. So yeah, we had the opposite of a bi-generation, I think. That would explain a lot. Right then, let's have a look at what is coming up in love for Pallavi. Let's bring the camera down a little bit closer. So 5 of Wands in the past position, Pallavi. I think there's been a lot of a lot of upheaval, a lot of difficult questions, difficult, I wouldn't say battles, but a lot of difficult stuff going on. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots happening. And it does feel really, really hectic, if that makes sense. And I think what's been happening is that you basically, oh, hang on a second. Let me just, what is going on with my screen? Hang on a second. Can you still see and hear me okay? Do I need to change? Hang on. Hopefully hopefully we're not losing signal. It keeps coming up on my end. Hang on a second. Pop that on there. What's this looking at? No, it says we're fully connected to the Ethernet. We're not on the Wi-Fi. But for some reason on StreamYard, on my screen, the Wi-Fi symbol keeps coming up with only one bar. So I don't know. I'm not on the VPN. I don't know what is happening. So if this starts cutting out, all I can do is apologize. Everything at my end is showing 100% connected. Before we came on stream, I even went and replugged in the Ethernet cable and changed where it is in the box. So hopefully that's all good. But it keeps sending me a warning on the corner of the screen. So I don't know what's happening with that, but let's have a look. So as I was saying, Pallavi, in the recent past, it feels like there's been a little bit of soul searching going on for yourself. I don't think there's been a romance recently, but this card is an interesting card to come up. So I will have a little look at that. So what I'll basically do is, yeah, I don't know. I just think that your confidence is at a bit of an all-time low. And I think you're kind of almost second guessing everything you're doing, including the study at the moment. And hopefully that's, I hope that's still going okay, my darling, because I know how much that study was taken out of you. It felt like that was your entire existence for a while, didn't it? And I hope you're still okay. I hope you're still on track with that. I really, really do. In the present, we've got the Three of Swords. Now, this is the Heartbreak card. In most other decks, you can see the swords are going through it. But this deck speaks a slightly different language, right? Every deck, every tarot deck, hopefully Patricia can affirm this, because Patricia's tarot collection makes mine look like infantile. No, minuscule. That's the word. Like I've got about, I don't know, 70, 80 decks, something like that, 100 decks, don't know. But Patricia's got like walls and walls and walls of them. And every single deck will tell a slightly different story and speak its own language and speak its truth differently. So this card, even though it's the Three of Swords, which traditionally is known as the Heartbreak card, because you see the card is normally a cartoon heart with swords going through it. This card is in the process of repairing. Okay. Now, this is reversed. So I don't think it's something that you've find easy, and I don't think it's something that you wanted to do. So I wonder whether something has happened recently that is making you repair your heart and start to rebuild some way, because it came up reversed. But if you look, excuse me, you can see that the needle and thread, look, they're all knotted. We're in the process of stitching things back together, but you can see, look, this thread is already been, this wound here is being stitched. Okay, so it's repairing, is in progress. Now, I don't think that's something that you wanted to do, Pallavi. I really don't think it is. This card, do you know the overriding thing? In fact, you can take it off me, this, because it's a bit emotional. The overriding thing I'm getting from this card is loneliness. Really intense loneliness at the moment, my darling. And I don't know whether that's because something has happened in the romantic field that's kind of been taken away, or whether it's because you've so focused on study that you've realized there is no time for anything else. Either way, we've got the future coming up. There is a Queen card, so it is a nurturing card, but unfortunately it is the Queen of Swords. Now, as you always heard me say, Swords is challenges. Swords is all about, you know, hurdles, things to overcome, things like that. But the Queen of Swords, the one thing I will say is the Queen of Swords, because it's an air energy, and you've got this here, look, with a little butterfly or the little moth, because it links in with the air elemental, you've got this element with the Queen of Swords where she brings in, yes, there is a lot of being in your head, not in your heart, right? So there's sometimes she can feel cold, sometimes she can feel like she's uncaring, but she's in her head. She's very, very thoughtful, very, very much about, you know, doing things in a, how can I put it? Doing things academically rather than emotionally, right? But the Queen is the one in control. And I think what this is saying, Pallavi, following these two cards, is I think it's absolutely telling me that, look, you're more than intelligent enough. You are super able to make the decision to carry on and study and to make some space either now or coming up in this coming year, because it feels like this is more for, I mean, there's only a couple of weeks left of this year, but I do think this is coming up, and it does really, really, really say that I think there is going to be room for an emotional element to come in. Does that make sense, my darling? I do think there is. I do think there is going to be space. And I think it's on your terms, because you're the Queen, because you're the Queen. Yes, it's a hurdle, and it's going to be tough to overcome the, you know, study mindset. And I think that the emotional bit here of feeling lonely, I think that is very, very intense. But you've got the ability here to take that control. Let's see what the crows say. Seriously, if I didn't have my dragons, I'd have my crows. So, you know, we've got, displacement. Something needs to change so that something else would change. And, okay, right. So this is interesting because, look, you can see here, right? The crows are coming in and messing all over this car. Why are they doing that? Because the city is coming on the crow's patch. Basically, that's what the cards are saying. The city is coming in on the crow's patch. So for that, like, if you're going to make space for love, then you've got to decide to make space by removing something else in your life. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you go home every night and you sit and watch, I don't know, Netflix for 2 hours, right? And then you do your chores and you do everything you need to do, get ready for the tomorrow, and then you go to bed. Well, instead of doing that for 2 hours, maybe one day a week you could go to a club. Like, I don't mean like a nightclub, I mean like I don't know, my brain just went chess club. You can see the sort of childhood I had. Oh yes, we're going to a lovely chess club because I'm so nerdy. Oh, lovely. And I did actually go to chess club. Yes, I did. I used to go to chess club. So yeah, it's there's a lot here, and I think this idea of displacement, it really is talking about moving something out to allow something to come in, if that makes sense. Because I don't think you can just layer stuff on top, because if you layer stuff on top, then this is what happens, right? You get the animal kingdom, in this case the crows, but you get nature and the city life trying to coexist, and it's never going to happen. We all know that the minute that mankind is wiped out from the face of the planet, we all know this, right? That instantly, well, not instantly, but over the course of the next few years, weeds will come up in the cracks in all the pavement, the houses will slowly deteriorate and fall apart, everything will become rack and ruin, and in like 100, 200, 300 years time, nature will have reclaimed the entire planet. We know this. We are displacing nature at the moment, and eventually we're going to lose that fight, because nature's forever and we're just fleeting little moments in the wind. So that's what I would say, my darling. Okay, for next year, work out what you need to do, work out what you want to happen, especially emotionally, and then move on from there. But I hope that helps, my darling. I really, really do. Right, I did say I'll do Alex's reading next, and then we're going to open up another round. Don't forget, if you want to guarantee your reading. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, everybody. Let me just click. I just realized I didn't click on the. Here we go. Let me have a look on the live comments. Oh, everything's disappeared. There we go. Oh, thank you, my darling. Thank you. You used to like a guy, but things were stagnant. So suddenly one day you had an epiphany and you removed him from your life. Good on you, my darling. Good on you. That would be the healing from heartbreak card at the moment. That's really cool. Actually, I lost a family. Oh, I'm so sorry, my darling. You lost a family member recently that took a toll on your mental health. It will do, my darling. I'm so sorry for your loss. I really am. It's terrible losing family. It really is. I've had a lot of experience in that. Yeah, it is absolutely. And it doesn't matter whether it's, you know, a parent, an aunt, an uncle, a great aunt, whatever. It sort of, it gets to a point where you start running out of family members that are still with us. I know in my experience, I said to Rufus the other day, I said, do you realize? I said, apart from like 2 people, my entire family's dead. And he's like, well, they're not. I said, yeah, but there's 2 that chose to be out of my life. I said, but apart from that, I was like, I've got distant 2nd and 3rd and 4th cousins out there somewhere. I said that I wouldn't know them if they walked past me in the street. I said, but apart from that, everyone in my family's dead. Apart from the nibbling that's coming to us at Christmas. And he was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, it's sad, isn't it? In a way, but it's also kind of just means, I don't know how I feel, but it is, I do get it. I really do, my darling. And give yourself some time. That's what I'm trying to say. Give yourself some time. Right then. So Alex, question, what do I need to do? I've got no idea. What you need to do, Alex, is hit that bell and subscribe and change your settings to all. Don't, because Alex already has. I know Alex in real life. I know, right? Alex is one of the several people I know in person. What is going on with my hair today? I put a thing in, right, that's supposed to help the curls, and all it's done is give me proper bed hair. But there's actually look at that. This is supposed to be curly. The top bit's completely falling out. Look, I don't like it. Shall I stick it? Hang on. Let me grab a bobble. No, I haven't got a bobble. Oh, well, have I not got a thing? Oh, I've got a thing. Here we go. I just looked at it. I was about to say, I know Alex in real life, and like I know Alex. I've actually spent time having coffee and chatting and all sorts with Alex over the year. Oh God, now that looks terrible as well, doesn't it? Over the years, there we go. And as I was doing that, I could see my hair here through that light, and I was like, "What's that?" Right, let's have a look then. So Alex, what do you need to do? Okay, let's have a look. What does Alex need to do? Let's ring the bell, cleanse the space, bring in Whisper. I'm gonna have to change this sweatshirt. I am roasting. Right, let's change the camera. Oh, there we go. Did that not change? What's happening? I've just put the fan on, so if you can hear a bit of echoing. Last time I had the fan on. Come on, webcam. The webcam's not working. Oh, yes, it is now. The last time I had the fan on, it didn't make a lot of echoey noises, so I apologize, but I'm very warm now. Right then, Wispy. So, Alex, we know Alex. Wispy's happy because Wispy knows Alex. Wispy's turned into a puppy. It's somebody they know. It's like, oh. I know Alex. Woohoo! What happens next for Alex? What do I need to do? Says Alex. Let's have a look. We're gonna have. I don't know anything about the situation. I haven't spoken to Alex in person since. Oh gosh, probably before the end of lockdown. Wow, Alex, we need to do coffee at some point, my friend. So situation, obstacle, and how to overcome. It won't be till the new year, Alex, but we need to do coffee. That's going to be my thing for the new year, trying to actually meet up with people physically again and get back into the habit of seeing people in person. Right then, so Wispy, situation, obstacle, how to overcome. So the situation, whatever's happening at the moment, Page of Swords. Okay, how do you what's the obstacle involved? The star, right? Okay, and how do you overcome that? Queen of Wands reversed. Right then, so let's have a look, Alex. Page of Swords. What does the Page of Swords mean? Let me just get me videos up for the next one. So what does the Page of Swords represent? For me, swords is trouble and strife, obstacles, challenges, things like that. We need a certain amount of challenges in our life, otherwise it's very, very boring, very dull. So there's a certain amount of challenge. I think, is there some study happening? Is there some study? Is there something you are looking at wanting to start learning, to start moving forward? Is there something, a project that you're wanting to take on? Whatever it is, it feels like you're going to have to go back almost to being a student somehow. Because the card is literally, you can see it's a young person who is some person. What? Okay, Patricia. Okay, hang on. So there is some amount of going back and restarting from a youthful and innocent perspective. So I don't know whether this is a change is happening for you career-wise, or a new path is happening. It could be, though, that there is a younger person in your life that is being a pain in the ass, because pages for me are like youthful energy, and swords is that trouble and strife. So if there is a young person around you that's being a pain in the ass, that is what this could also mean. I don't know whether you're still on the live, Alex. If you are, just let me know what ballpark we're talking about. Either way, we've got the star as the obstacle. Now, the star is reversed. Now, regular viewers will know that for me, the star is basically about wishful thinking in a lot of cases, especially when it's reversed. It's about, when it's this way up, it can talk about like being a guide, being a, what's it called? Being a goal, setting those, strategies, things you want to do to improve time and time and time again. But when it's this way round, it really does feel like it's something that is wishful thinking, that it's more about throwing a penny in the fountain, making a wish, than it is about actually taking action. And the thing with wishes, if you wish to be, I don't know, say if you wish to be a medium, right? A psychic medium. You wish to be a psychic medium. That's great. If you never do a course on psychic mediumship, if you never learn to unlock, if you never learn to shut down, then it's only ever going to be a wish. If you make that your goal and you work towards that wish, then it becomes something else. This star becomes attainable. It's interesting. I always say, wherever you see water, it's related to emotions. In this case, there's lots and lots of water in this depiction of the star. I mean, this person's happily pouring it and, moving the water and doing all these lovely things. But when it's reversed, you've got to question, what are the emotions going on in this situation? And it definitely feels like whatever this personal study is, that it's almost becoming wishful thinking. Because then we've got the how to overcome that, and we've got the Queen of Wands reversed. And this is something that I don't think necessarily that you want to do, okay? This is where I think you've got to put your foot down, maybe not in a stylish platform green, platform pump, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. But you've got to put your foot down. And I don't think necessarily that you want to take center stage in this, because this card is reversed, but it almost feels like you need to, because this is reversed, right? So it's like, this is how you overcome this wishful thinking thing, right? This is how you overcome it. You put your foot down, you take that center stage, you make yourself the center, and you move forward from there. Even though I don't think you want to do that, because this is putting your needs. Wands is all about your self-esteem, your needs, your self-confidence, all of that. And you need to put that first. Again, it's the Queen, it's a nurturing energy, but that is definitely what you need to do, Alex. Put yourself front and center and make yourself the priority in this coming year. Okay, we're going to confirm it with an oracle card. Let's just have a look at what the Urban Crow says. Ghosts. Let the ghosts go. Let the past be the past, right? You can't change it. Although, if it is mediumship that you're wanting to go into, if I hit that nail right on the head, and this is saying talk to the ghosts, but I don't think it is. I think it's saying let the ghosts go. Let the past be the past. Focus on what you need to do to move forward. And that is how you're going to overcome. Because the thing is, we can all stop and listen to the ghosts, but the ghosts are only ever going to keep us in the past, because they haven't moved on, right? So you can stop and talk to all the spirits you like, but that isn't going to get you progressing any further. It's only eventually, it's only going to hold you back, unless you've got this mediumship study, unless you've got the ability to filter and close. Okay, my darling, I hope that helps. I really, really do. I've got a feeling that you've probably jumped off the stream for now, but I hope that you pick this up when you are back around, and thank you ever so much for your reading. All right then, let's have a look in the just seen we've got a super chat come in. Let me have a look. Oh, there we go. Let me have a look. Who just sent that? Anne says it. Anne says it. And says it all the time. I will have a look, my darling. We'll do your reading next. So then, everybody, as soon as we get a super chat in, the super chats take priority. So if you would like to guarantee your reading is next after Anne says it, all you need to do is send your question in the form of a super chat. That doesn't work, does it? It doesn't work. Someone give me a creative idea. What can I do instead of do? What can I do? That's what I want to do. Oh my God. Fuck off. Sorry. Really? I was getting mediumship and I was getting study, and then you got ghosts. Oh my God. Alex, my friend. I mean, if you do go to Manchester, before you go, seriously, like, we need to go for a coffee, but do it, my friend. I think you'll be perfect. I think you'll be perfect. You got ghosts coming up from the Crow Oracle. I think you would be perfect. I'm also looking at doing a mediumship course. There's one in Wakefield that I'm looking into for next year. Absolutely go for it. Go for it. As long as it isn't wishful thinking. That star card, that's my only question, if or not it's wishful thinking. I don't think it is if you make it into a goal and take it forward. I got mediumship straight away, and we got the bloody the ghost card from the Oracle. Like, seriously, I tell you what, in between Christmas and New Year, I've got the nibbling here with me. My sibling's eldest is going to be with us for Christmas. So I don't know when they're going back to their place. So I don't know whether that is between Christmas and New Year or after New Year. I think it's before the New Year's Eve, because they want to go out with their friends, because, you know, they're young. But early January, message me and we'll meet up for coffee, and I'll bring the deck. I'll bring the decks and I'll do your reading. We'll go to a Costa somewhere, and we'll sit and have a proper natter. I know, right? I was about to say we'll sit and have a proper natter for an hour. It's going to be like 6 hours. I know that. But yeah, we'll have a proper coffee session, and I'll do you a couple of readings and we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you ever so much for being here, Alex. It's really, really good to see you, even if it's only in the chat, and good to hear from you. But I think you'll be perfect at that. Right then, so as I was just saying, if you want a super chat, if you want a reading, you can wait until we do another free round. We've had our first free round where we did 2 readings from, and then we're going to do a super chat now from Anne Says It. Anne Says It. I want to say Anne Says It All, like, what was it? Melissa Reveals All from back in the day. I've got to show my age, innit? But yes, so after Anne Says It, I will do another freebie round. So stick around if you want that. And yay! And yeah, I will absolutely be doing another free round very soon. Yeah, Alex, send me a message on Facebook, I guess, but don't expect me to reply like immediately on Facebook, because I think I go on it about once every 2 or 3 days, if that. More likely once a week. But yeah. Right then, Anne Says It, my darling. Let's have a little look. Swap over to the card cam. Cleanse the space. And then, you know when you haven't heard it from a friend for ages, and you're like, that's really cool. Yeah, we're definitely going to arrange for coffee, because that's lovely. Right. So hang on, what does that say? Will my my eyes aren't working. Will the contract Wispy? Right. This is what we're trying to find out, Wispy. Will the contract continue with me at BAHS in 2024? Many unknowns, like money, budget, organization for them. Okay, so Anne Says It, will Anne continue at BAHS in 2024. So will Anne, basically, Wispy, will Anne continue with her current employment into 2024? That's what we want to know. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right then. Fingers crossed for you, Anne, whatever happens. It's a difficult time out there at the moment, isn't it, my darling? It really, really is. So hopefully we'll get a continuation, but let's see what the cards say. So Wispy, we're doing a full 7 card. Do we want a 7 card? Hang on. We're going to do... What do you want, Wispy? If we do a triangle, that's not going to work. Sorry, Wispy's. I'm literally Wispy's my dragon. It's an egregore who connects with the Akashic records for me. It's all linked down below in the description box. But I'm getting the strongest thing of an inverted triangle. Now that doesn't really work with Okay, I'll make it work. I'll make it work, Wispy. It's fine. I'll make it work. I know. I think I know what to do. Right. Let's do your drop. So what we're going to do, Anne, is a little bit of where you are, so effectively the present, what you need to know about the present, and what the opportunity is in the future, right? So that's going to be your top line, and then we've got connective tissue in the root, right? So it's not past, present, future, it's where you are now, what you need to know, and the opportunity. So where you are now, King of Pentacles. Yep. So money, I think whatever job you do at the moment, I think you're probably quite well paid. King of Pentacles is an authority figure. The king is in his counting house, counting all his money. So it really does feel like, you know, you're in a position of either authority or a position that's quite important within the company. Right. Okay. What you need to know, we've got the 8 of Cups. So this is about it's time to move on somehow, right? Emotionally, it's saying it's time to move on. This one here, you can see the drips are already there, right? So the roof is leaking, the pots are there, but it's only a temporary fix. The door is wide open, leading you to the next part of your journey, which is the 9 of Cups. Now there's an emotional element with this job. So I don't know whether you're, you know, strongly connected to the team or the company. I've got no idea what BHS is. If there's anything to do in any kind of emotional field or like teaching or anything like that, if there's anything there where you're, you know, putting your heart and soul into the projects, then this is what this is saying. And I think the fact that the roof is leaking, many unknowns like money, budget, organization for them. So something is happening at work. The roof is leaking, right? That would be the analogy. I think you know that because I think the question is like it's hinted in the question. The thing is, when you look outside, it's not even raining, but the roof is still leaking. So this is an internal issue, like the plumbing work isn't working. Something deeply embedded in the building, in the house itself, isn't working properly. So whatever that is, it's almost like when it was put together, there was something fundamentally wrong in the construction, right? Obviously take that as an analogy, put it into your own sort of understanding in terms of the business. It feels like there is something inherently needs fixing in that organization because it's leaking, it's hemorrhaging. In this case, it's an emotional hemorrhage, but it could also be that it is hemorrhaging money or people or something. Something is going on, but it's upright, which means that for you, it's pointing towards your future, and that's following the path on. Follow the path towards the 9. In the opportunities to come, so effectively your future, Page of Pentacles, starting over or starting a new project to do with money, right? So King of here with the Pentacles, here with the Pentacles coming in. So a new start, a happier start, because we've got the rainbow. I don't know if you can see, there you go. We've got the rainbow there. So a happier start, but starting something that you can grow in the longer term, right? So this is obviously into next year and beyond. This is laying down some roots and laying them down, a project that you can get your feet into and make sure that wherever you end up, this leaky plumbing doesn't go with you. Do you know what I mean? So my gut instinct is that the contract may continue, but whether you want to continue with the contract is another deal. The connective tissue between the cards, we've got the King of Swords connecting. So if you're not the boss, then the boss is the one that is dealing with the money and the finances in a bad way, because we've got the King of Swords reversed. So kings are all about authority figures, not authentic figures. The kings are all about authority figures, people in control, things like that. The swords is the trouble and strife. So this is where that trouble is coming from. So the fact you've got the leaking roof and you've got the king here is quite obvious. The boss either doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know how to handle the project, there's something around that, a bit of like all mouth, no trousers, all megaphone, no blusters, some, no, what am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say? All bluster, no something. I don't know what the words mean. But there's something around that, in that, it feels very much like the boss is all talk, no walk. Let me put it that way. We've also got the Lovers, which is connecting this dripping roof with you moving forward. And I do think so. The Lovers in this deck isn't always about the lovers as it's normally depicted, like you can see on screen, where it's a couple hugging and kissing. This Lovers is actually, this is why I love this deck so much. It's taking your shadow self and making peace with your shadow self, right? The true you, the authentic you, your absolute core self. And taking that person and loving yourself and doing what is right for you. We've got apples, which we all know from, biblical stories, are a sign of awakening, whatever else, spin you want to put on it. That was the moment of awakening. And we've got the rope tied, but it's actually tied in I believe it's a reef knot, but it's actually an infinity symbol. So we've got this idea of being true to you, discovering what it is that you absolutely feel passionate about, discovering what it is about yourself that you want to take forward, the light and the dark elements. So the bits that you publicly display, the bits of you that are kept, just for yourself, and be one with that and move forward into a future where that is all respected. I think you recognize this leaking roof situation. I think you know what's coming, and I think you're more than ready to take this step into something else, whether that means working for yourself, going into consultancy, going into something else. I don't know, but it absolutely feels like it almost feels like you're going to start your own business within the same field and show them how it's done properly. Do you know what I mean? Because this is a really important connecting card. And then we've got the Six of Wands coming in. So this is community. For me, sixes are all about other people, so your team, but wands is all about your self-esteem. So I question whether, if you were to maybe start, hang on, there we go. If you were to maybe start a new project or a new business on your own, something like that, would you take some of your current work people, your current team with you? Would they choose to leave? There's an element here about doing what is right for you within the wider sense of the community, because this isn't fire, this is sparklers. So there is something here within you that is absolutely buzzing and wanting to move forward and do things in the right way, because you've seen where it's gone wrong. So then we take the 8 out of the equation and we go from where you are to what the opportunities are. So where you are, we've got either you're the person in money, or the boss is controlling the finances and somehow not doing great, because we've got the King of Swords coming in, which is that difficult energy directly linked to this king, which is leading you to know that actually you are the brightest spark here. There is something here that is, whether it's a revenge plot to go, you don't know what you're talking about, poo-pooing my ideas, and I've tried to warn you, you're shutting me down, or do you know what, I'm going to prove you right. Or whether it's that you're going, oh my god, you are so bad at your job, I could do it 10 times better. Whatever it is, that's giving you this spark, and now you're finding out the strengths and the core parts of yourself that you want to take forward, joining that, merging that, and literally becoming your whole true authentic self, and being able to move that into your future, where we've got this opportunity card, which is not to start again, but it's going in with new eyes, new ideas at a brand new venture, financially, career wise, and that is going into a successful round because we've got this lovely rainbow. So I hope that helps, my darling. I'm going to pull you, I don't think we need to, but I'm going to pull you a crow, urban crow oracle card. So we speak, we want one card to show and says it kind of the direction that they need to go in. So we want to look at the direction that they need to go in. So where should Anne head? Oh, again, displacement again. You saw me shuffle it again. So then, like, become the company that replaces the company you worked for. Displace them. So basically, create something in a similar field, or go and work for a similar company within a similar sort of field. Take your expertise there, and then allow yourself to become that boss energy. Allow yourself to become, your true, authentic, blah blah blah, your wonderful self within that environment. Flourish, and basically a bit like oh, my brain's just brain farted. It's not Euripides, is it? The Eureka person. Who? It's not Galileo. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. Oh, my brain is not Plato. Bloody hell. Can't, my brain's gone. But it's like getting into a bath and having that displacement happen where you realize things are then overflowing and everything's kind of causing chaos. This is you. Basically, you are going to cause chaos. These things can't coexist. So you are going to move on, and you are going to displace and dislodge all of that negativity around you, and you're going to have your own eureka moment. And yeah, I hope that helps. Thank you. Oh, I've still realized I'm on the same camera. How long have we been doing this now? I hope that helps, my darling. It feels like to bring your question up to a succinct answer. No, I don't see you being with VHS long term. I see you going on and doing much betterer, wonderer, more gooderer things for yourself. Yes, gooderer is a word. Me and Rufus use it all the time. If you make a cup of coffee and it's okay, but then you make a second cup of coffee and it's much nicer, it's much nicerer, right? If you are doing really well on something, or you're doing, I did much gooderer this week than last week, it's an actual word, right? It is. We use it all the time. So anyway, Anne says it. I hope that helps, my darling. I really do. Let's just have a little look in the live chat. Anne hasn't responded at all, but that's absolutely fine. Thank you very much. So yes, hopefully, my darling, that helps. Well done to Holland. I've just seen that in the chat. You logged into the Kazoo account a few weeks back and found it's nearly monetized. We are nearly monetized. We are about 200 watch hours away from hitting that 4,000 mark to get the full monetization. So all the adverts will actually get, 1 penny per million adverts watched or something. So we're really close to that. So thank you, everybody. If anyone's gone back and watched old streams or the podcast episodes, I mean, there's loads of playlists and things. If anybody wanted to go in and check out what we've done on the channel in the past. But yeah, if people wanted to go and do all of that, then yeah, please do. That's so cool. That is so cool, Holland. I am so pleased for you, my friend. I mean, you'll also see how very little money that YouTube gives the smaller creators. It really is something ridiculously tiny. I think the health and beauty channel, bear in mind, we're going back to that a little bit more next year with some more streams on there as well. Lives rather than edited. There might be one edited video a month, if that. But again, you'll see like thousands of views equal next to no money, but it's all good. It's all about at least £1 from YouTube is better than no £1 from YouTube. Do you know what I mean? So yes, but I'm really pleased for you, my darling. I'm really pleased for you. Right then, let's go ahead. If we've got no more SUPERCHATS, then it's so lame. So where that comes from, right, is there was a WWE. No, I think it was WWE at the time. There was a ring announcer, right, who used to announce Edge, who is a wrestler, used to announce Edge as the rated R superstar, but they would say the rated R superstar like that, right? And in my head, whenever I read the word super blank, that's where my brain goes. So in my head, it's always super chat, but without the context, it doesn't make any sense. So please, someone come up with something that I can say that isn't just super chat, because it's super lame. It's super lame. Super lame. It really is. Anyway, right. Come on then. Let's open up another round. If you would like to, you can send a soup. Oh God, I've got the giggles. You can. Oh, if you would like to, you could send a super chat. A super chat. Oh dear. So you can send a super chat, and that will guarantee that you are up next. If we get more. Shut up! If we get multiple super chats, oh God! If we get more, you know when something that goes around your head is funny, but you can't possibly ever say it on a live stream on YouTube, but it makes you giggle. That moment right there. If you would like a super chat, send that through. That will get yours automatically to the first of the list, to the front of the list. If we get multiple super chats, I'll go through them first. Then we will open up another free round. But you can also wait until we open up a free round, which is about to happen, and pop your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. If it doesn't have the word question in front, it's not included. Put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. If there's multiples, I will pick one of those at random by using the old jog wheel thing and just grab one at random. And then after that, we'll open the round back up for more super chats and more free rounds. So that's how it works on this channel. If you would like a reading, go ahead and do one of those two things about now. Okay, let's just hang on, take the banner off. It's far too warm for this sweatshirt. I'm telling you, I am roasting right here. Oh, hang on, there we go. Right then, so there are two questions in Chance, Juicy Tarot, and SK. So then, you two, I am going to toss the talisman. It doesn't sound as exciting as it is. So then, we are going to have. Oh, we've got the spirit talisman that has come out of the bag today. So then, Chance, Juicy Tarot, and SK. Chance, Juicy Tarot was first, so you get the symbol. SK, yours was second, so you get the title. So I am going to bring the, oh, there we go, raise it right up, the card cam in. Let's switch over to card cam so you can see there's no jiggery pokery. And hang on, bit of a funny angle. There we go. You can see, look at my lovely desk. Lipstick, hair bubbles, skin serum. I've got, what have I got on the desk today? I've got Argyle line and Matrixil, and I've normally got hyaluronic acid as well. That's the sort of things that we use a lot of on this channel, you see. Keeps me looking young and youthful. Anyway, so Chance, Juicy Tarot is this side, SK is this side. We start off with Chance. We're going to toss the talisman, and what is it on? There we go. SK. So SK, you got the title. So SK, we're doing your reading first. Let me have a look. SK's question was, it was the second one there. There we go. So then SK, hang on. Oh, I'm on the right screen. Of course I am. Gosh, you wouldn't think I've been doing this in this way for at least a year now, would you? You wouldn't think so at all. Chance Juicy Terror, my darling, do me a favor, select and copy your question, have it on standby until we open up another round. That's how we do things on this lovely channel. Right then, let's have a look. We are going to, let me come off that screen so I don't get distracted. There we go. I'm on the video screen in case we get any major arcana cards. Question. Oh gosh, I can't read that. Hang on a second. I've just clicked off the screen that I needed. Question. There we go. In blue. How Ashita Rafi, what? He's got, oh. Because I don't do astrology, right? I just read that. How Ashita Rafi, who has cancer, feels about me. And then I've saw that you put, I'm Sag. Are you what? You're 8? No. Must be like number 8. Okay, right. So Ashita Rafi is born under the star sign of Cancer. You're born under the star sign of Sagittarius. I don't use astrology, so that means nothing to me. So SK, I've got your question. It took me a couple of seconds to work that out for a second. Right, okay. Wispy, SK wants to know, how does Ashita Rafi feel about SK? That's what we want to know. And if you need to know, Ashita Rafi is multiple cards. Ashita Rafi is a Cancer sign and SK is a Sagittarius. Okay, let's have a look. I do keep wondering whether I should try and learn astrology, but you know what? I'm 47 years old. I've never needed it in my practice. I've been studying witchcraft since I was like, what, 18, 19, younger than that. I've never needed astrology apart from knowing as a Gemini that I'm a two-faced bitch. Apart from that, I've never needed to know things astrologically before. And I question whether I would use it, to be honest. Right then, Wispy, we're doing the where you are, what you need to know, and opportunity from Ashita's perspective. Okay, so SK, this is all from what Ashita feels for you. So what does Ashita feel? 5 of Pentacles reversed. Right, okay. What does hang on, I don't like the way that doesn't feel right. Hold on. So is it situation obstacle? It's situation obstacle, Wispy. Thank you, Wispy. Thank you, Wispy. So basically what's just happened, SK, is when I was about to lay the cards down, Wispy, who's the elemental dragon, or a part of my subconscious, just went, no, not that spread. We need to do the situation. So whatever the situation is the 5 of Pentacles. The obstacle is the 9 of Cups reversed. Right, that makes sense. Thank you. And how to overcome that, the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, gosh. Right, okay. Oh, hang on. I don't know what just happened. Everything went funny on my end, but we're fine. So the situation. I think okay, I'm just going to say it, right? I'm just going to say it, SK. Now you might hate me. You might think I'm completely wrong, but I'm just going to tell you what the cards are saying. So then, the 5 of Pentacles. Pentacles is money. We've got 2 Pentacle cards. Money, career, finances, right? So the Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles is a difficult time. It's part of the way through the journey. Here we've got one of those things that I can never remember what they're called. mound of rocks, a milestone, a mile marker. There's a name for them. I've forgotten what it is, but basically it's showing that you're partway through a journey. This is reversed, which is literally saying the situation at the moment is there is a financial interest, but that financial interest, it doesn't feel like there's enough money to get Ishita's interest, right? I hate to say this. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. You know what I mean? There's a certain element here. So fives are about turmoil, discontent, things like that. Pentacles is money. And this being reversed, it's like she might be interested, but she'd be a lot more interested if you had a lot more money. Hate to say that, but that is literally what the cards are giving me. Because then we've got what is the obstacle? The 9 of Cups. Cups is the emotional suit, right? Cups is the emotional suit. This should be wonderful, right? This should be amazing. Yay. No, it's reversed. It's the obstacle. There's a complete lack of feelings, or she's got feelings, or Ishita's got feelings for someone else, right? This is as negative a romance card as a romance card could be. It's in the obstacle position. It's saying that it's reversed. It's the 9 of Cups. So this is the most emotion before we get to overflowing. That is so that this isn't just a lack of feelings. This is almost going into, you know, negative emotions towards you. This is almost going into, you know, contempt, these sort of feelings where it's so beyond, it's so beyond a positive connection that it's not even neutral. It's going way back into, like, it just really feels like you. I watch, right, let me put it this way. I watch a video series, right, and it's the shorts on YouTube. I can't remember who the creator is, but he's got this purple sports car. Don't know what it is. It's a two-seater flash McLaren-y, whatever, Ferrari McLaren-y. It's not a Porsche because I recognize Porsches, right? But whatever it is, it's a big beast of a car. It's bright purple. When he starts the ignition, it's got lights and it starts, and it basically, it doesn't just start the ignition, it starts the ignition. It sounds like gunfire going off. It's loud and obnoxious, but it's a beautiful car. And he films all these people when they stood against his car, park it somewhere, and then watch people as they're leaning against it, taking pictures, right? The number of times there's been a girl stood up against his car taking photos, and some guy trying to make out it's his car, and then he comes along and he starts the engine, and the girls are always like, oh, bye. Oh, this is a nice car. Do you want to take me for a ride? Are you going to take me somewhere? You're going to take me somewhere. That's what I get with this. And I'm not saying that Ishita is like that, but that is what the cards are absolutely giving me. That is what Wispy keeps showing me, this purple car with the woman. And that is what I'm getting, particularly because how do we overcome this? How do we overcome the fact that she thinks you don't have enough money and there's absolutely no emotions involved, and in fact it's almost contempt? Well, we get to the 10 of Pentacles, where you need lots of money, so much money that it's overflowing. Having a house isn't enough. Having security isn't enough. You've got to have so much money. It's you know, you sneeze and dollar bills come out. You wipe your ass with $100 bills. You literally, you fart and it's gold dust comes out of your backside. That is what you need to be doing. This person is not interested except for financial gain. I really, honestly, now again, tarot's for entertainment purposes. I'm not here to say that she is an absolute gold digger, but these cards are telling me 100% that if you had enough money to have one of these giant purple sports cars, these monstrosities, then she would absolutely be jumping into your passenger seat, whether she found you attractive or not. Do you know what I mean? You could be 70 years of age with one ear, you know, half an eye, the nose on the other side of your face, false teeth, false leg, false arm, false everything. Nothing would work. 16 Viagra and it wouldn't get anything functioning. All of that could be happening the minute you go, Vroom, and the car goes ram. She'd be like, oh, are you going to take me for a ride? Oh, I'll get in the passenger seat. Let's go for a drive. Yeah, right. Wispy, let's confirm with an oracle card. This is the Urban Crow Oracle. I love this because those who know me know that I love my crows. And we've got cashing. Yes. Taking the money, putting it away for the future. Grab it while you can. Sow those seeds. Make sure you've got enough for a rainy day. That is what she's interested in. That is what she's interested in. Getting the money, putting it away, making sure that there's plenty for the future. Don't worry about what's happening right now. I'm not spending my money when I can spend his. I'm burying it in the ground, putting it away in a locked account, making sure that I'm okay, Jack. I know it's not what you want to hear, my darling. I really know. I know that. And if I've got the genders mixed up and you're female and Ishita is male, then that's what he's after, or that's what they are after. And that's where you are. But either way, I hope that makes some semblance of sense, my darling. But it absolutely feels like everything. I don't think anyone's ever heard me sing Gold Digger because it's not in my normal wheelhouse. But it came to mind. And you know, with these readings, you've been on the channel before, SK. When things like that pop into my head, it's sent there from Wispy. And yeah, that is all I can say, my darling. I hope that helps. I hope it gives you some clarity, even though I know it's probably not what you want to hear. But anyway, thank you so much. Oh, hang on. You didn't ask her out this month because you didn't have the money because you spent a lot on your birthday. You're in college. There you are, my darling. Unfortunately, there you are. But anyway, thank you so much for your question. I hope it helps. I really do. I hope it helps. But that is what the cards are screaming at me. And yeah, thank you very much for your question. You get people like that in life. It just may be that that's one of them. But anyway, thank you ever so much. Right then, let's have some more questions. Do we have any more super chats in? No, we don't. So how would you get a question on this channel? By the way, good evening to you if you are just joining us. We've got about 42 minutes left of the live stream tonight, so there's plenty of time to get more readings in. If you would like a free 3-card reading, go ahead. Once I open up a round, put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. I'll be opening up another round shortly. However, if you want an extended reading, so 6-7 cards, and also I'm pulling oracle cards on most of the readings tonight as well, just a single oracle pull just to confirm the tarot. But if you would like a longer reading, a 7-card reading or 6-card reading going into a lot more detail, then send your question via a super duper super chat. I'm brainstorming it. Super duper chat. So if you want to send a super duper chat, just below in the comments section, just below where you write your comment, you'll see there's a $bill sign. Hit that, send your question via a super chat. Yours is guaranteed to be next. If I get multiple super chats, I'll go through those in turn before opening up a free round. How the free round works is put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. If we get multiple questions in, I will pick one of those at random. There is no guarantee that I won't go through all of them. I will just grab one of those at random. The only way to guarantee your reading, as I say, is to send it via a super duper chat. When the super duper chats come in, I've got to say 10% of any money that YouTube finally, once they've taken their cut and translated it all into pounds and all of that, any of the money that's left, 10% goes to Fight Bladder Cancer UK and 10% goes to Bladder Cancer UK, which are the 2 bladder cancer charities here that basically got me through my bladder cancer last year. So yes, that's what we do. And right then, just in case you missed all of that, here is a handy dandy video with a nice quick recap. So I mean to say the round is open now. So if you want your question, pop it into the live chat right now. Just start your question with the word question. So the round is open now. Okay, then let's have a look at the chat. Here we go. So, okay, let's have a look. Belinda's here. Good evening, Belinda, my darling. Sorry, you're late. You're not late, my darling. You pop in anytime you want while we're on the lives. You know that, my sweet. So yes, thank you ever so much for coming in anyway. Good evening to you. Neens O'Day, you are the only question that we've had come in. So your question is automatically the next tarot question. So everybody, we've got about 12 or 15 people on the stream tonight. It looks like people just want to watch me go bonkers as I attempt to do lots of things, and my ADHD brain is making me want to sing Gold Digger songs. So, you know, if that's what you've come here for, that's absolutely perfect. I don't mind. I don't mind if you just want to see me badly sing popular songs and fight with the urge to say super chat rather than super duper chat or whatever. If that's what you're here for, that's fine. Welcome. Good evening. Don't forget, everybody, you can go ahead and hit that bell and change your settings to all. That should let YouTube know. No, that means YouTube should let you know each and every time I upload a video. Don't forget, we have got channel memberships. The channel memberships aren't yet on YouTube, although that might be something we're looking at for next year. The channel memberships are over at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. It's a bit like Patreon, but it's all based around coffee because, you know, this bitch needs her coffee. Absolutely 100% need my coffee. So then, let's have a look. Neens O'Day. I love your name. Neens is such a beautiful name. Where's that from? It sounds like it should be Irish. Neens. And if it is Irish, I'm probably saying it wrong because it's probably like Stefan or something. You know what I mean? The way Irish names and pronunciations and spellings work. But Neens is a beautiful, beautiful name. I love that. Right then. So let's bring in the card cam. And we'll establish that just so. There we go with our lovely. I think this is about as festive as I go with the red, the white, the black. It's like nicely festive, but I have got another cloth that I will be using for Sunday. So then let's have a look. Will I meet my soulmate this lifetime? Neens, I didn't even read your question as I was chatting there. Neens, it's Neens. The oh, hang on. Did you, Belinda? I can't see your question, Belinda. No. I don't have a question from you, Belinda, on my screen. No, the first message I've got from you is that one, followed by that one, followed by that one. Oh, it's short for Janine, apparently. Oh, okay. I think Neens is better than Janine. Neens is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful name. Right. So the one thing I would say, Neens. Oh no, hang on, I've lost it. There it is. The one thing I would say, will I meet my soulmate this lifetime? We only tend to see a few months. Oh, hang on. Okay. We only tend to see a few months into the future, maybe a year or so at maximum. Rough ideas. Will you meet your soulmate this lifetime? Is a long time to look, but we're going to ask Wispy. So we did have the Three of Wands jump, right? But I hadn't brought Wispy in. I hadn't rung the bell. So I'm going to put that to one side and we'll see if the Three of Wands feels like it should be related to your cards. My gut instinct is that that's my, in fact, no, because my gut instinct is telling me that is my shuffling error because of the fibre in my hands. So Wispy, if you want the Three of Wands to come up, you're going to have to pull it yourself, right? And we need the card to flip because a card just dropping is me, a card flipping is you. That's how the clarifying cards work. So I'm going to give you plenty of time, Wispy. This is going to be a long old shuffle. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles. Okay, right. Ten of Pentacles in terms of will Neen meet the, hang on, will Neens meet their soulmate this lifetime? Let's have a look. Right, so we stop shuffling. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, Wispy. Really, 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 really. Right, okay. I guess we're doing the where you are, what you need to know, and the opportunity. So where you are, 2 of Cups. Okay. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. Right. So 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is the emotional, so is the couples card. More so for me than the Lovers, because the Lovers can mean all sorts of things. But the 2 of Cups, Cups is the emotional suit. 2s are always about people coming together. To become one. I need your love like I never needed love before. Gonna make love to you, baby. As the Spice Girls said, right? So 2 become one. Don't do it again, Lisa. That was embarrassing and cringe enough. Cringe. That's what my brain was trying to say. So the 2 of Cups is all about coming together in a couple, in a relationship status. You can see almost kind of like whichever way round this card goes, the knots make the form of the hearts here. We've got water or liquid, which is the anytime in the tarot deck you see water, it's always about emotions. We've got the cups. We've got the sun, we've got the moon. This is all about people coming together. This is coming up in the where you are now. So it could well be that your soulmate is already in your life. Now, the interesting thing that you've said, right? Soulmate. I do not necessarily believe that a soulmate, the person that you are meant to be with, the person that is your other half, the person that is your soul's partner, the soul that is journeying you for at least a portion of each lifetime, that doesn't have to be romantic, right? Quite often, the person who's a soulmate can be somebody who is, and I don't believe we just have one soulmate either. I believe that our souls find a family, and we find the family of souls that we belong to. And sometimes it takes a long time to find those. If you're talking just about a romantic soulmate, then I think that person could well be already in your life somehow. And it might just be you haven't recognized that that person has a romantic connection to you at the moment, because maybe you're not quite there. I've been with my other half for 8 years for 7.5 years at this point, right? And is that right? Yes. No. 8 years. No, 7 years. 7 years. I get confused. However many years, right? But we got together in a very, very weird way. And our stories, I've talked about it lots on the channel, but our stories, we had many opportunities up and down this country where we both lived in the same city. And then I moved on, and then he came up, and then, you know, there's lots of areas where we knew the same people in different towns. His best friend was the brother of a girl that I went to school with. He would often talk about this person. And eventually I went, hang on, does he have a sister called blah? And my other half went, yeah. I was like, are they from so-and-so? Yeah. Oh my God, I went to school with her. I know him. Oh my God. And just lots and lots of strange occurrences that have intertwined our lives together. If it was a movie, this would be like the sliding doors moment, you know what I mean, where it's like, oh, we couldn't, wasn't the right time. And that's how I feel about soulmates. I feel like for a lot of people, you've got to be in the right place at the right time. The 10 of Pentacles reversed coming in here. If we take out the financial element of the 10 of Pentacles, we're looking at growth and we're looking at stability. And the 10 is when something is overflowing. I think here we're maybe looking at maybe not seeing things. Look in your life and see who are the people that have been there for you, because it's possible that the soulmate connection isn't romantic. Coming up though, in the obstacle, in the what you need to know, we've got the Ace of Swords. Swords is trouble and strife and challenges. Aces are new beginnings. So it does feel like there is almost something coming up where you are going to be able to tell who this soulmate person is, right? I do think they are romantic, but not yet, right? I think they're friend zoned, but it feels like something is on its way. Some hurdle, some challenge is on its way that is going to change that. And the opportunity is coming around either childlike energy, child energy, and again, a hurdle coming up with a kid. Now this is reversed, so I don't think it's yours. I think it's somebody else's child, something else, somebody either acting childish or wanting to get some new study, new approach, new, an issue with the university, an issue with college, an issue with school. Something is going to come up and it's going to make you see this person in a different light, and they're going to see you in a different light. And it's the only thing I'm not getting is how this 10 of Pentacles connects, because Pentacles is work, career, finance. It could be somebody that you work with. It could be somebody that is going to have a financial issue that you're able to help advise with, linked to this child. I don't know, but honestly, it feels like they're already there. They're already in your circle right now. This isn't about not being able to tell 15 years from now. This is about them already being in your wider circle. They're just not in that way yet. Let me just confirm with an oracle card. So Wispy, what we want to know is, the question is literally, will I meet my soulmate this lifetime, says Neens. Oops, that's again my bad shuffling. Will Neens meet their soulmate this lifetime? Is the soulmate already there, just not yet sparkling enough? Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes you got to wait until you can see the light. Shine bright like a diamond. Don't sing songs, Lisa, because you'll get copyright struck. And also, it's very cringe for middle-aged women to sing pop songs on the internet. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Right then, Wispy, here we go. What clarifying, what confirming oracle card are we going to get? It looks like you've done your drop. So then, let's see. Release. Okay. Okay, so let go of, what are we releasing, Wispy? What are we releasing? Okay, hang on. Are we? Okay. I'm going to pull a second one to clarify. What are we releasing, Wispy? Are we releasing the idea of the soulmate? Are we releasing? What are we releasing? That doesn't. Mischief. Okay. We've got release and we've got mischief. So release for me is about letting go. Letting go is about letting go of preconceived ideas, preconceived notions. So somebody that's in your life already that they're friend zoned at the moment, but there's somebody in your life that is absolutely friend zoned or is on the periphery, like a friend of a friend, that you almost don't think about in that way. But when it comes to mischief, now for me, mischief is almost linked in with this Page of Swords. It's like prank energy. It's almost like sibling, childlike sibling energy. Now, I'm not saying this person is a sibling. I'm not going down that street at all. But it feels like they've got a playful attitude towards you, and they like kind of jabbing and jarring with you, sparring, verbally and all of that kind of. It's somebody, yeah, it's definitely somebody that you are friends with. Let go of how you see them. Let go of what you of your expectations of the word soulmate. Let this person come into your life and show their true self, because when they do, you will see what these cards are saying, if that makes sense. But this mischief card is really interesting because it isn't malevolent. It isn't about causing you harm or causing you anything else. This is about, let's just have a little bit of a play. Look, they're playing with the cat. They know full well if the cat wanted to, it could attack, but they're not attacking the cat. They're just playing with it. It's that playful, joyful kind of prank type energy that's going on. There is somebody in your life who has that energy around you, but you currently are friend zoned. That is somebody you need to give a second chance to. No, and I'm not saying tomorrow invite them round for Christmas dinner, put new bedding out, get your Christmas panties on or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is open up the idea of how you see relationships in the periphery of your life, because that is where this is. Okay, hopefully that helped, Neens. Hopefully that helps. I don't know if it does. It feels interesting, whatever's happening. It really does feel very, very interesting. But I tell you, the person is there. The person is already around. They are already in your circle in some way. And yeah, that, my darling, is going to be your question for today. So thank you ever so much. Let me have a look. Okay, let me just have a look. Right. Belinda, the only thing I can say then is there might be something in your question that YouTube has blocked it. Certain words are automatically blocked. One of them is the God word, not because people here don't believe in gods and goddesses and things like that, or single deity or anything like that. It's purely and simply because quite often we get people coming in and trying to spam us. So because of that, and because we get, you know, dive bombed occasionally from things, certain words automatically get blocked just to protect everybody on the channel. So it could be something like that. I don't know. Names, there is your ex. You stayed friends and you banter. He couldn't open up, so I couldn't connect. Banter's a very good word for that mischief card. Release preconceived ideas of what was. All I'm saying. Two of Cups already being there. All I'm saying. Maybe. And I'm not saying it's the one who got away, because I don't believe in the one who got away. If the person your soul connects with is around you, then as me and my other half can attest to, the universe works in very, very strange ways, my darling, and you could absolutely reconnect with a person in a different way. So yeah, do have a little look. No problem, my darling. I hope that helps. Right then, everybody, we're going to open up another free round. Before I do, time for a quick plug. Do have a look at our memberships over at buymeacoffee.com/beyond authentic. The reason I'm saying that is that in the new year, as I've already stated on the last Sunday stream, after the members only chat last week, there are going to be a few less pre-recorded videos on the channel coming up. There's still going to be a witch casket and there's still going to be a podcast. But what we want to have happen is we'd love the members to get more involved with the podcast. So we'd love to take your questions about witchy issues, tarot issues, chaos magic, because obviously Neil, my co-host and producer on the podcast, is a chaos magician. So if you are wanting to know any questions about that, if you're wanting to know anything about folkloric magic that I tend to practice, liminal magic, all of those things, had a really, really, really strange dream that a celebrity who is my celebrity one, you know, the celebrity one, you know, where if they came and knocked on your door tomorrow, your other half has to say, okay, bye, you go and have fun with them. We've all got the celebrity one, haven't we? Well, my celebrity pass was apparently passing away. So I hope that's not going to happen. I mean, he is 83, so, you know, it could well happen. I know, right? It shocks me every time because he doesn't look 83. But I probably still would. But yes, what was I talking about? How did I get onto that from there? Yeah, so anyway, the members only chats are going to continue, obviously, but also we want the members to get more involved with the podcast. I want to take your advice on certain things, on where the channel's going, card decks that we're using, things like that. But also I am looking at doing a lot more members only live streams, members only Q&As, things like that. Hopefully between Christmas and New Year, there'll be a members only Q&A up, where I'll be able to answer any questions you've got, personal questions, blah, blah, blah. So do let me know. Yes, there are, Holland. You are quite right. There are 5 lights. I know, right? Maybe that's what I should just call Neil from now on. number one. I know. I had a dream he was passing away. He was frail and everything, and it's like I don't know. It was very strange. I was sent to. I was literally there to prepare the way. Very odd, very odd, very, very odd. And all the lovies came. Ian and Dame Judy and all the lovies were hanging around. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. Good evening, Nanette. I hope you are well, my darling. No, never. He's gonna get reborn into a plastic body. What was it called? 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 Brain. A golem body. Yes, he was getting reborn into a golem body. Anyway, members only, right? So there's a lot of other bits and pieces you get on the members only. And yeah, if you want to join, it starts at £5 a month to get all the perks, £3 a month if you just want to bung in and help. And again, like everything else on the channel, any monies that we make, 10% goes to Fight Bladder Cancer UK. No, Fight Bladder Cancer, and 10% goes to Bladder Cancer UK, the two bladder cancer charities. Yeah, it did freak me out. It completely freaked me out, Nanette. I woke up going, do I need to check BBC News and just see? But also his wife is like 36 years younger than him, so and there's a lot of family and stuff. Am I still taking super chats, Holly? Yes, I am. We are still taking super chats. I was about to say that ago. No, that was ages ago when he was a bug. No, he got a golem body in Star Trek Picard. He got he actually died and then was born into, his memory was taken by the one who isn't Data anymore, but was Data. AI Soong took his memory engrams and put it into a new body that is a new body, an artificial body, like an android, a synthetic body. That was it. He's a synthetic golem now. And so he's got a new body that just still looks exactly the same as the old one because they didn't want to make him look younger with like, all of that. Go and check out Star Trek Picard season 2 on Amazon Prime. And also, but don't watch that. Watch season 3 because it's got all the old cast back. It's amazing. Anyway, yes, I am that nerdy. I told you all earlier I was nerdy, didn't I? I mentioned that earlier. I might not have mentioned that I am a very, very nerdy bitch. Do you know what I mean? I am that bitch. I really, really am.
Incoming transmission. Unable to comply.
Yes, I did say that. I did.
Accessing library computer data.
Yes. Yeah, all of the above.
That information is not on file.
Oh, I've got all the buttons. All the buttons. Not that I'm a Trekkie at all. Do you know what? Right? Holly, thank you very much for your generous super chat. I will get onto that straight away for you now, my darling. Let me take the other thing off screen because otherwise it gets really confusing for me. Thank you very much, Holly. I will get onto that for you now. Just before I do have to say, what was I going to say? Hang on. What's happened? My screen's going wobbly. Can you be science officer? Absolutely. So I do have to say, right? When I was young, so much younger than today, when I was 15, I joined a Star Trek group, right? And they all thought I was over 16 because you had to be 16 to join, and I wasn't. And it was when the film Undiscovered Country came out, right? Big, huge science, sci-fi nerd, right? Have not quite got a Star Trek uniform. Do want a Star Trek uniform. You would be Vice Admiral, Patricia. Vice Admiral, Astrometrics. Oh God! Now you know I want to rebrand as a Star Trek Tarot channel. No, because the Star Trek Next Gen Tarot was crap. But anyway, at the time there was this whole thing where Trekkie was deemed a derogative term, and we were Trekkers, right? And if someone called you a Trekkie, you got really pissed off and you said, "No, I'm a Trekker. Trekkies go around quoting Klingon, and things like that, and wear uniforms at conventions. I did wear a uniform at a convention. So we are trekkers. We take it seriously. We understand the warp core principles and, you know, warp fields, and we do study. Yeah, that didn't last very long, did it, in the fandom? Happy and proud to be a Trekkie. Anyway, right, let's let's cut all this nonsense. You owe me a pint. Why? You're Admiral. What? I've not been called before. I will, but I what? It's called, if it's something you've been, if it's something I have not been called before, I will owe you a pint. Yeah, you'll be Vice Admiral. Vice Admiral feel seems fitting, my darling. Or you can be 8 of 9. Your choice. Right, Holly, let's get your reading on before I go completely down the Star Trek rabbit hole. Some would say that happened when I was, 15, which is at least 10 years ago now. 32 years. Oh, my God. "32 years. 32 years. Number one, you are Riker. You are basically, you get to do all of the fun things while I'm stuck on the ship being the boss. I've got to be the diplomat. You get to run around and effectively snog green-coloured ladies from around the world. But not necessarily, because one of them was what we would class as non-binary. One of them was Dr. Crusher. But you had an alien implant in you at the time, things like that. Anyway, right, no more Star Trek content, please. Thank you very much. Let's get on with Holly's lovely reading. So then, Wispy. Oh, I haven't got Wispy's music because I've got Star Trek music on. Wispy, there we go. Cleansing the space. So then, let's have a look. What I'm going to do for you, Holly, is I feel like we need to do a 7-card horseshoe reading to see what's happening in general. Okay. So what is coming up in the near future? Do we want to do Wispy? What do we feel like now? Do we want to do? Okay, we'll do the horseshoe and we'll do an oracle pull as well. So the horseshoe is quite a standard. Do I want to do the 6-card triangle inverse? See what's happening there. Okay, we're going to do the triangle 6. Thank you, Wispy. We're going to do the triangle, the inverted triangle reading. Right now, what this does is it gives us an idea of what is happening across the top with the where you are, what you need to know, what your opportunities are, and then we go down until we get to your root, what it is that you are secretly hoping for, what your secret desires are for your coming future. Okay, and then we'll pull a clarifying card from the Urban Crow Oracle deck. So that's what we're going to do for you, Holly, my darling. By the way, hello, Holly. I think it's the first time you've popped in on the live stream. So we are here every Tuesday evening and Sunday evening. It's quite chaotic energy. I allow my ADHD to just run and fly my pretties and do all of those things, and we just have some fun, do some tarot readings. Oh, you've got the Emperor. So we've got a Major Arcana card. Let's bring that in a little bit narrower. We've got, so this is where you are. We've got the what you need to know, and we've got the opportunity to come. By the way, if anybody's asking, this deck is the 5th Spirit Tarot deck. It's a wonderfully inclusive tarot deck. Lots of different races, abilities, gender identities, sexualities. It's just basically a snapshot of human life, and I love it. Love it. Oh, we've got the Justice card coming up as well, but that is also reversed. The Ace, and we've got the 3 as your okay, right, 3 of Cups as your base. So then, my darling, hang on. Oh yes, because it's a 3 of swords. Gosh, my brain just did a brain fart thing. Right then, so let's have a look. In the where you are now, we've got the Emperor. Now, the Emperor normally is looking at a position of authority, okay? So quite often you'll see in decks the Emperor looks a bit more like this, a standard traditional, you know, white dude on a throne, very imperialistic, very, you know, let's go and take over this other country and claim that it's ours now, very colonialist sort of bullshit. But it's talking about a person in authority, because the way the deck works, the major arcana cards outrank the minor arcana cards, right? So the Emperor and the Empress are like the leaders on the political field. The magician, sorry, the High Priestess and the Hierophant are the leaders on the religious field, right? So it's like medieval world. They make the decisions about war and everything else. They make the decisions about the people, and there's always going to be a battle, right? That's kind of a snapshot of what the deck is. The Emperor is in charge of the kings overall, and the Emperor makes those decisions. It's the highest authority in the land. However, the Emperor is reversed, and you can see this Emperor is the architect, so it's talking about building things long term. The Emperor here, when it's reversed, is talking about there being too much power or too much overuse of power. Okay, so something around you right now, somebody is trying to dominate, or it might even be that you yourself are trying to be dominant in a situation but struggling to do so. Excuse me while I just reposition. So yeah, this card is all about the almost like the abuse of power that's going on somewhere in your life. Now, if this is you, then just bear in mind that that sort of thing tends to get found out. If there's something where you're doing something that is perhaps exceeding your bounds of what, you know, you're supposed to be doing, just bear in mind that that will generally come back and bite you on the bum, especially when it's linked in with this card. Now, this might not be you. This reversals can also mean that it's stuff that is happening to you, if that makes sense. So maybe somebody in your life is being too domineering, trying to assert their power and authority to affect your life. What you need to know, the wands. Now, for me, I know you're new on the channel, but for me, 9s are when something is full. 10 is when it's overflowing. Okay, so the 9 of wands is just about having 9 wands, 9 torches. When we get to the 10, it becomes a raging bonfire that quickly gets out of control, right? It's overflowing in that fire energy that we get from the wands. For me, wands is all about security and confidence and self-esteem and all of those type of issues. But again, this is reversed. So I think whoever this Emperor is, whatever this controlling energy is, I think it's really much, that's good English, isn't it? It's really kind of pulling you down, if that makes sense. It feels like it's that sort of energy that is trying to diminish you, diminish your light. Even though we've got this bonfire burning, it's like their arrogance is overriding yours, and it means that you are effectively becoming less than for that Emperor role. I don't think the Emperor is necessary. I don't think this relates to you, just because of the way these cards are falling. The Knight of Cups we've got for the opportunity to come, for the future, for coming up in this year. This is good. This is getting out of this bonfire element, right? Because the Knight is all about youthful energy, teenage energy in particular. This is about rebellion. It's about having that, do you know what? Screw you can tell me what to do, I'm going to do my own thing. The downside of the Knights is that they don't think about the consequences of their actions, and even if they did, they'd go ahead and do that shit anyway, right? So this is talking about there being an emotional connection for you, because Cups is the suit of emotions. Anywhere we see liquid in the deck, water, it's talking about emotion. So this is really good. It's saying that there's a new energy that's going to be coming in, a new opportunity that's coming in to allow you to kind of take this rebellious energy forward, and for you to be able to move, you know, in a more positive way with that rebellious energy. It feels, after this controlling element, that this is an outlet. we've got justice reversed coming up. Now, these cards here are the connecting tissue between these, how they're linked, what's going on under the surface. So there's an injustice. Something somewhere isn't right either. And I think it could be in the legal field. So literally, Our Lady Justice, as you just saw and as depicted on here, it could be that the legal field, something has done you wrong. So a police matter, a legal matter, some case that's gone against you, or it could be that something is happening that is unjust, right? In the wider societal sense. So something is happening that is, anybody who looks at it will say that that is unjust, bad treatment. So if that is true, if this Emperor person is treating you badly and their arrogance is basically keeping you down and really, really hammering at you, excuse me, then just, I don't want to say go down the legal route, but you might have to go down the legal route to get this justice reversed, because it feels really like this is not a good situation to be in, my darling, right? Really, really, really not. However, we have got some hope, because linking in this arrogance, it feels like, I don't know whether, hang on, I think I need to look in the comments section. I don't normally look in the live comments, but it's both of your jobs. Okay. Right. Okay. That makes sense. I was a little bit worried that this was like relationship wise, because we've got this cups card here, but in terms of if it's work related, then yeah, like watch out for them doing something illegal. Watch out for them not paying you what you're contracted, or making you do stuff that isn't contracted. And the recompense there is to look at contracts and to basically go, excuse me, as per your policy here, you can't do this because of XYZ. Just make sure you aren't, cutting off your nose to spite your face. The connective tissue between these two is really interesting, though, because we've got the Ace of Wands, right? So this is where this arrogance and this control, it's like, yeah, this far and no further. It's like you have basically said, you've basically said that you've drawn a line in the sand. Oh my God, I'm getting more Star Trek Picard quotes here from the film with the Borg, where he's got the big gun and he breaks his little ships. That one, there's a whole line where it's like, they attack us, we pull back, they attack us, we pull back, how much further? This is you basically deciding, for your own confidence, for your own ability, for your own sanity, if you like, that you need to do things differently. And it's like, do you know what, you can fight against me and you can put me down, but actually I've hit that rock bottom and I am a fucking phoenix now, and you watch, because you're going to get burnt in this bonfire. You are going to get your fingers burnt in this bonfire because I've got the fucking lighter. Be careful. Do you know what I mean? There's like, and that's leading to this night energy, this rebellious night energy. So this is what's coming up in 24, right? I think there's still going to be this arrogant attitude coming down on you. This is where you're going in 24, because when we talk about the root of it, we talk about, I think that you are genuinely a decent person who wants to build teams and wants to build for the future, right? You want to build things around you. You want to have good people around you, because cups is all about emotion. So I think you're somebody who's quite passionate about what you do, right? Because threes are about passions. Your future is about following your passions. Once you get once you get that backbone, if you like, and I don't mean you haven't got one, but once you get that kind of fire in your belly, because the Three of Cups is basically about wanting to bring people together. So you've got your pot of tea, your cup, your milk, your sugar, whatever it all is. You've got all this. Like, this is another cup, obviously, with lipstick on. You've got 3 biscuits. There's 3 spoons. There's another cup somewhere maybe that you're drinking. You're wanting to bring people together in a wholesome, nurturing kind of way to have everybody move forward, right? You want to move forward as a group, you know, there's this saying that I used to say when we were talking with people that had other YouTube channels and wanting to promote each other, because it's like, we shouldn't all be fighting over a piece of the pie and our piece of the pie. What we need to do is to make the overall pie bigger, and then our slices grow. Do you know what I mean? Like, my 10% of a tiny pie might only be a slither, but my 10% of a huge pie is a big wonk of pie. You know what I mean? And that's what this kind of feels like. So when we go down and back up, we take this one out of the equation. We look at the pattern. So we've got the emperor and the injustice. So this is somebody laying down the law. Their way is the only way, the right way, blah, 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 even though they're actually breaking the law, even though they're actually going outside of what they should be doing, which is then leading to you basically wanting to go, no, there's another way of handling this. There is another way of getting to the same ends. That's what we need to be looking at. And what you do is you decide that lights the fire in your belly that you are somehow going to be doing things differently. Whether this is a new career, I don't think it is. I think it's somehow standing up in whatever the company is where you are now. It feels like, I don't want to say go to head office, but it feels like there's something where, like, the interesting pattern, this injustice that's being done, you are aware of this flagrantly ignoring the law, you're aware of, and it's that's going to ignite your fire, your passion, right? And that is something that they're going to deal with, because when we look at the comparisons here, we've got their authority, old school way of doing things, and your passion and your rebellious attitude of doing things in a new way. That tells a very clear story, right? I think 2024 is going to be, I don't know whether you work somewhere that's unionized. I don't know whether this is saying that there's a whole new company, or whether there's, you know, you're going to take on the whistleblower role and get things changed from within that way. But it absolutely feels like you're going to be making that change in the years to come, but basically in the months to come next year. It feels like you are going to be the one to undo this injustice, right? You're going to basically be Batman, Holly. That's what it is. That's what it is. You're going to be Batman in the new DCU EU. That's what it is. That's what it is. Right, I'm going to pull you an Urban Crow Oracle card to see if we can get some further clarity and just to confirm things. So once again, Wispy, what's happening for Holly in the near future? Oh, it's going again. It's going again as well. Look, you can see that crack. Is it going to fall? No. Okay. It fell just below the crack. That's interesting. Okay, so what have we got? Territory. Wow. You are going to be marking your territory. You are going to be making claims. Oh, my lordy. Right. So what this is talking about is that you are going to be changing things around you this coming year, and you are going to be stamping down your authority somehow, in a way. Like, look at all these crows. Are you unionized? Is there something? Is there going to be a group of you at work that knows that this injustice is happening, that is going to write a letter to the higher management? Is there something here? Are you going to go for interviews, skipping the manager you've got currently, and actually, bypassing them to move forward? Because the territory card is about protecting your space. So this 3 of Cups that was here is really interesting, because that is about bringing people up and bringing people with you. So whatever's happening, Holly, it feels like you are going to be important somehow in your circle moving forward, because the territory card is really interesting. You defend your territory, you protect your territory, and others know not to come in and fuck with you. Basically, this is the ultimate fuck around and find out type card. This is your space. You protect it. You call out to others when that's needed. So yeah, hopefully, my darling, hopefully that helps. And yeah, that is going to be your reading for today, my darling. I really hope that helps. And yeah, thank you for that. Thank you, Neil. I was just wrapping up. I know, bless them. The mods know that because I'm time blind. Oh gosh, hang on. What am I doing? I'm changing the camera. The mods know that because I'm time blind, once I get into it, I can be going and going and going and going and going and going for ages without even noticing. So thank you, Neil, who just sent me a little message on WhatsApp. But yeah, Holly, I hope that helps. Oh gosh, my cards are stuck. I hope that helps, my darling. Let me just have a look in the comment section. You are a strong woman. Hell, you're strong. But you're a strong woman. But I guarantee you, they do not know how strong you are. They are underestimating you. They are underestimating you. Right? Find a way. Don't go for the jugular. Don't go directly for the boss. Find a way round. Right? Because that justice card reversed, there is something your boss is doing that is not the way things should be done. Your manager, whoever it is that's standing in your way, they are fucking up. Right? And they are disregarding you. And basically what you need to do, my darling, is just to stand up and go, huh? Do you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you very much. Fuck you very much. Fuck you very much. And anyway, that's pretty much it for today's readings, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for those of you who sent super chats. Thank you for those of you who sent questions. Yeah, they do underestimate you. Trust me, I've got that. All the way through, I'm thinking Joan of Arc. I know that was that happened badly at the end, but Joan of Arc. Right then, so everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. I've had a really good evening, actually. I've really enjoyed myself. And yeah, I am going to be back on Sunday. Hang on. Sunday, Sunday's Christmas Eve. I don't know whether I'm going to be back on Sunday. I'm going to speak to the mods in the live chat in a little bit in the WhatsApp and see who's available, because I might do listen, hit your bell, right? Stay tuned. I will update via the community tab on here this week. Once we know what is happening, I will probably be on either Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, and also one of the days in between Christmas and New Year. It won't be next Tuesday, because next Tuesday is obviously Boxing Day, and I have the nibbling with me and family and all of that, and we'll be doing nibbling things. I don't know what do young people do these days. They do drugs and hang out in parks or something. That's all I know that young people do. That's all the news tells me, innit? I don't know what young people absolutely do. But anyway, we'll be doing something with the nibbling this week. So we'll be back at some point. The Christmas schedule, I will let the members know on the members only pages. And of course, I will let you all know in the community tab. But thank you, TikToks. Actually, you are quite right. They do. The nibbling does. Yeah, some things an auntie shouldn't be seeing. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say, and I will love you all and leave you all and say thank you very much. If you are celebrating, whether it's solstice, which is either on the 21st or 22nd, depending on who you see, what witchy book you are reading, because it seems that this year is the year where it tips over. So I don't know. I've got some witchy diaries that are saying it's on the 21st, and I've got some witchy diaries that are saying it's on the 22nd. So whichever way you are celebrating, if you celebrate the winter solstice, that is coming up. If you celebrate Christmas, thank you very much, that is coming up. If you celebrate any other holidays, I know we're in Hanukkah right now. So Hanukkah blessings to you and yours if you are celebrating Hanukkah. And I know Kwanzaa is right around the corner as well this year. So it's all falling all at the same time. Whatever you are celebrating, have a wonderful festive time if you are celebrating. If not, have a good couple of days off work and chill out and just relax. You know what I mean? And yeah, I will see you all very, very soon on the channel. And as I always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic. And yeah, I'll see you all again very soon. Thank you so much to the moderators, and thank you to the members, and thank you to everybody who subscribed. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.